This seemingly small body of water is one of the most influential seas in human history, the Black Sea. Positioned between Europe and Asia, it has served as a crossroads for civilizations for thousands of years, from ancient Greece to the Ottoman Empire. Even today, global powers like Russia and NATO derive significant strategic and economic influence from this region. Many analysts believe the Black Sea is Russia's greatest asset and the true foundation of its power. But why is that? What makes this semi-landlocked sea so vital that it is often described as Russia's lifeline? To understand this, we must explore the Black Sea's history, geography, and strategic importance. Geographically, the Black Sea resembles a massive inland lake bordered by 6 nations. Russia and Ukraine lie to the north, Georgia to the east, Turkey to the south, and Romania and Bulgaria to the west. Because it is surrounded by so many countries, each relies on the Black Sea for trade, security, and defense. However, its most defining feature is that there is only one narrow exit that connects it to the rest of the world, the Bosphorus Strait. This passage is just 700 meters wide and serves as the single gateway from the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara, through the Dardanelles Strait, and ultimately to the Mediterranean Sea. Both of these choke points are completely controlled by Turkey, making them among the most critical maritime corridors on the planet. Every day, a large number of oil tankers and commercial vessels pass through the Bosphorus, carrying goods from Black Sea nations to international markets. This exclusive control dramatically elevates Turkey's geopolitical significance and gives it substantial leverage in regional affairs. For the countries along its coastline, the Black Sea holds different forms of importance. Ukraine depends heavily on its Odessa port to export grain, contributing to the global food supply chain. Georgia uses its Batumi and Poti ports to maintain trade links with the Caucasus region. Romania and Bulgaria use their Black Sea ports to connect Eastern Europe to global markets. But no nation relies on the Black Sea more than Russia. For Russia, the Black Sea is not just a body of water, it is a strategic lifeline. It supports Russia's international trade, energy exports, and military operations. Control of the region allows Russia to project power into the Mediterranean, secure its southern flank, and maintain crucial access to global sea routes. This is why the Black Sea remains one of the most contested and strategically significant regions in modern geopolitics, shaping the balance of power even today. Russia's 2 major ports, Novorossiysk and Sevastopol, clearly demonstrate the Black Sea's importance to Russian power. Novorossiysk, built in the 19th century, has grown into Russia's largest port on the Black Sea and serves as a critical hub for exporting Russian oil and grain to global markets. Sevastopol, developed after Russia seized Crimea in 1783, remains the centerpiece of Russia's naval strategy even today. The greatest advantage of these ports is that, unlike Russia's Arctic ports, they remain operational throughout the year because the Black Sea never freezes. This year-round accessibility is one of the key reasons the Black Sea plays such a central role in Russia's geopolitical strategy and its aspirations to remain a global power. While the Black Sea's geography provides Russia with natural protection and strategic depth, this same landlocked nature also creates a significant limitation. Russia's access to world oceans depends heavily on its relationship with Turkey and other NATO member states that control the region's maritime choke points. This is precisely why Russia's annexation of Crimea in March 2014 was driven by strategic necessity. Crimea's deep-water ports and proximity to major shipping routes make it a priceless asset, offering Russia enhanced military reach and secure naval infrastructure. Since 2014, Russia has dramatically expanded its military presence in the region, deploying advanced submarines, warships, and modern missile systems throughout the Black Sea. For Russia, the Black Sea is not only a defensive shield, but also a launchpad for projecting power beyond Europe. The region has been essential in supporting Russian military operations in the Middle East, especially in Syria. During Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, the Black Sea Fleet played a decisive role, striking deep targets with Kaliber cruise missiles and disrupting southern Ukraine's supply lines and maritime trade routes. The ability to control these waters gave Russia an immediate tactical advantage in isolating Ukraine from international commerce. Beyond its military importance, the Black Sea is Russia's economic artery. Nearly 30% of Russia's exports, including oil and natural gas, flow through these waters, generating billions of dollars in revenue. The sea itself contains valuable natural gas reserves, giving Russia additional leverage over the European energy market. Another major development strengthening Russia's position is the Turkstream pipeline, through which Russia now delivers natural gas directly to Turkey and southern Europe, bypassing Ukraine and securing a more stable and politically advantageous supply route. The major advantage of the Turk Stream project is that it has significantly reduced Russia's dependence on politically unstable overland trade routes, strengthening Moscow's energy diplomacy even further. Today, Turk Stream is the only pipeline through which Russian natural gas continues to flow into Europe. But energy is only one part of the larger equation. The strategic importance of the Black Sea extends far beyond oil and gas. It is also one of the world's most critical hubs for global food security. Russia and Ukraine together are often described as the world's breadbasket, accounting for nearly 30% of global wheat exports. Key Black Sea ports such as Odessa, Novorossiysk, and Mariupol serve as vital gateways for transporting grain to the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. This is why even the slightest disruption in Black Sea shipping routes can send shockwaves across global markets. The world witnessed this firsthand in 2022, when Russia blocked Ukraine's grain exports, triggering a dramatic spike in global food prices. Beyond food and energy, the Black Sea also plays a central role in international shipping and industrial trade. Ports across the region handle billions of dollars worth of cargo every year. Metals, chemicals, coal, and fertilizers. Novorossiysk alone, Russia's busiest port, supplies coal and fertilizers to markets around the world, making it a cornerstone of global supply chains. The Black Sea is also emerging as a significant source of renewable energy, particularly wind power. As the world shifts towards sustainable energy, nations like Romania and Bulgaria have already begun developing large-scale offshore wind projects along their coastlines. Turkey and Ukraine are conducting feasibility studies to tap into this growing sector. If these initiatives succeed, the region could meaningfully reduce its reliance on traditional oil and gas resources. For Russia, however, the Black Sea is far more than an economic lifeline. It is one of the primary pillars of its national security. Through these waters, Russia extends its military, political, and economic influence into Europe, the Middle East, and beyond. This strategic reality brings another major power into the equation: NATO. The Black Sea holds immense value for NATO as well, largely because 3 of its member states, Turkey, Romania, and Bulgaria, share direct coastlines with it. These countries act as NATO's frontline presence in balancing Russian influence in the region, which is why NATO has steadily increased its activities and deployments throughout the Black Sea over the years. One of the clearest examples of NATO's growing involvement in the region is the annual Sea Breeze exercise, conducted in the Black Sea with NATO members and partner countries. In 2021, this exercise reached one of its largest scales, involving 32 nations, including the United States and the United Kingdom. The drills covered naval warfare, air defense, amphibious operations, and joint tactical coordination. Although officially framed as routine training, the underlying objective was unmistakable: maintaining strategic pressure on Russia. At times, these exercises have escalated into dangerous standoffs. During one Sea Breeze operation, a British Navy ship sailed near Crimea and was confronted by Russian naval forces, resulting in a moment of intense tension between the two sides. NATO's presence is not limited to exercises alone. The alliance has also deployed advanced air and missile defense systems in Romania and Bulgaria aimed at countering potential threats from Russia. Romania hosts the Aegis Ashore missile defense system, designed to intercept ballistic missiles, while Bulgaria operates high-capacity surveillance radars that monitor activity across the entire Black Sea region. Among all NATO members, however, Turkey occupies the most complex and delicate position. Despite being a key NATO ally, Turkey and Russia have found themselves on opposite sides of major conflicts, including the Syrian and Libyan civil wars. Yet both nations continue to maintain a pragmatic relationship shaped by economic interests and strategic calculations. Russia remains Turkey's largest supplier of natural gas through the Turk Stream pipeline, and Moscow has invested heavily in Turkey's infrastructure. The most notable example is the Akuyu nuclear power plant, a multi-billion-dollar project being constructed with Russian assistance. At the same time, both countries participate in diplomatic frameworks such as the Astana process, designed to prevent their disagreements from escalating into direct confrontation. This mix of rivalry and cooperation highlights the delicate balance of power that defines the Black Sea region. Ultimately, control of the Black Sea is not simply about dominating a body of water. It is about projecting influence across Europe, the Middle East, and beyond. The Black Sea is a strategic point on which global trade routes, energy security, and military balance hinge. For Russia, it is more than geography. It is a critical pillar of national survival. Beneath its calm surface lie resources and routes capable of shaping the fortunes of entire nations. And as global politics continue to evolve, the Black Sea's significance will only grow stronger.